Hey friends, we're back and we need to go over some information that I discovered about Maddie that I found super interesting. Maddie posted a cryptic message on her social media about toxic parents, but never actually named who she was talking about. And here's the kicker. I think that she is about to lift the lid on who it is exactly that she's talking about and exactly what her experiences were. And to that parent that Maddie is about to out, this is your warning because that information is about to be exposed. So let me tell you why I think that this article is incorrect. Basically, over the past few days, there was an article that came out claiming that Maddie seemingly threw shade at Cody with a repost about toxic parents. And the repost was from this video from a life coach who was discussing toxic parenting.
This is a reminder for anybody that's grown up with a toxic parent. Holding clear and firm boundaries with somebody that's been toxic and abusive to you your whole life is not the same as holding a grudge.
So I clued into something very specific that he mentioned: toxic and abusive your whole life. Now I know that we can't necessarily say that we should take every single word that he said literally and apply what he says to what Maddie says, but he did use the word and I don't think that many people would probably use a clip like that unless that is exactly what they were talking about. And this is why I believe that Maddie isn't going to be discussing Cody. Let me explain why. Because from everything that we've seen, unless there's been some behind the scenes behavior that we don't know about, it appears that Janelle and all of her adult children, including Maddie, feel as though Cody has been a crap parent, yes, but more so that he just hasn't been present or active in their lives for the past 5 or 10 years, that he prioritizes another wife and children over them. Now, yes, we can play semantics and say that that is a form of, but first I want to focus on this. Cody asked Janelle recently, it was in a recent episode that we saw, why Madison isn't speaking to him. And Janelle gave this explanation.
Why didn't she call me to tell me she was having a baby?
The kids are all feeling very estranged from you. Maddie has observed to me that Cody has not been out to see her kids since Evie was born, and Evie's 3. Maddie's like, why would I tell him that I'm having another one? He hasn't really shown that much interest in the other 2.
So it's not that Maddie didn't want her kids around Grandpa because he was ill intent, and also not that she didn't trust him, but it was because she felt that he wouldn't really be a constant in their life, that he didn't prioritize them. But you know what's been very specific? Like, there's no gray area on this. These words, this toxicity that is being mentioned in the video has been brought up in the past. But it wasn't about Cody. It was about Mary. Madison has only given Mary this exact label. And actually, now that I think about it, not just Maddie, but also Peyton, and honestly, McKelty has in the past as well. But also in Peyton's interview on a podcast last year, he referenced how Mary treated them growing up. He said, abrasive and kind of mean are not strong enough words. They are not aggressive enough words. Mary was not nice. Abrasive is not enough of a word to explain what Mary was to a few of us specifically. And he was asked further, like, was this just done through words? And he basically said that when she got upset, the verbal stopped existing.
So when you hear the stories of, like, you know, Mary being abrasive and when you guys were in the big giant house together in Utah, right? Like, so that's all true. That Mary was like kind of just mean.
I'm again. So not for Sisterwives reasons, but out of respect for my mother reasons. I'm not going to go into details, but abrasive and kind of mean are not strong enough words.
Oh.
They are not aggressive enough words. There's definitely things I can't say. But when I've like gone into thorough detail with people, blew their mind. Oh yeah. And I'm definitely for saying that alone, I'm definitely going to get flack.
So just as a refresher, in 2019, Madison had had enough with Mary's antics, and she decided to write about her emotions, about how she's felt about Mary growing up.
So forever ago, Madison had a Twitter. I'm sure that most of you know, like, a few things about Madison's Twitter, but some things were tweeted about by Madison, and then like I believe it was within the same day she deleted the tweets that she had tweeted and she deleted Twitter entirely. But certain things were still said and certain things were still seen by a lot.
And they were some pretty explosive tweets, so let's just read them.
Try being scared of someone your whole effing life, and she plays like she's the one who's hurting. You can't subtweet and not expect retaliation. Loyalty goes to those who were always kind. There is nothing like dealing with a human your whole life and finally having the freedom to not have anything to do with her.
I don't know, it just seems like if we were to align the two, it's going to line up more with one than the other. Do you think Maddie's referencing Mary or Cody? Do you agree with me and think that she's talking about Mary? Or do you disagree and think that she's talking about Cody? Either way, guess what? We're going to find out the answer soon enough, because at the end of the clip with the life coach, he mentioned something that, I don't know, it seemed like some foreshadowing to me.
This is a reminder for anybody that's grown up with a toxic parent. Holding clear and firm boundaries with somebody that's been toxic and to you your whole life is not the same as holding a grudge. Just in the same way as speaking the truth about your experiences at the hand of that toxic and person is nothing like a smear campaign. And in case anybody wants to question or ask about it, talking about it is not what rips families apart. It does.
To me, Maddie's saying, I'm not speaking my truth to hold a grudge. I'm speaking my experience, and it's not going to be a smear campaign. And if someone wants to start challenging Maddie about what she's bringing up, she's basically saying, listen, I am allowed to speak my truth and my experiences. And maybe, parent, if you had acted proper to begin with, then there would be no story to tell. So basically, buzz off and blame yourself. So the warning bells and alarms have been sounded. Mary, get ready, girl, because a storm is coming. Or you know what? Maybe Cody, get ready because a storm is coming. We're about to find out very soon exactly what this is all about. Also, guys, have you seen this? This is blowing up. You guys have so many comments on it. Have you seen how we busted Cody and Robin? They are using 2024 footage and masquerading it as though it was footage from this latest season. It's appalling, and I need to tell you everything, so click on this video right here so you know it all.